Hello guys, you guys are welcome to this YouTube channel. So basically what we'll be doing here, we're teaching a lot about programming. Basically I won't be doing it alone. Time to time, some of my friends and team members will be coming up because we want to try our best to do most programming stuff, to teach about programming and tech. So we'll be doing different programming languages such as Python, JavaScript, PHP, Dart, TypeScript. There are so many. I'll be using frameworks like Django, React, TypeScript, Laravel, Flutter. So basically, like if you want to learn programming, this is one of the place to do that. So all what I just want from you, just subscribe, then click on the bell icon to get notified anytime we drop a new video. The thing is that most times we'll be dropping video based on popular demands, even down to designing, do UI UX design and so on. So our aim is just to help people improve in tech, because programming is one of the I don't know how to just put it here, but in this, like the way the world is moving now, you need to be enlightened in programming. So today I want to start with Python based on popular demands. Like a series of people looking for, they've messaged me for different explanation of some terms, so we take it gradually. Normally programming is not something we talk, we do programming, it's a practical something, but today being introduction, I'll try my best as much as possible to make the video short, so we'll do a lot of talking. So because one thing I've learned is that for you to be able to understand anything very well, to be good at anything, you need to understand the foundation. So the foundation is very important. And one secret I want to tell you, my friend, is that programming is it's not something that only one person can teach you. You improve on yourself. So it's all about research. You have a lot of platform there to research. Google is there. Stack Overflow is there, ChatGPT is there. So time to time, you will be seeing what I'm talking about. So let's just go slowly. So we are going to be starting with Python. So this is a Python crash course, Python basic. Python is one of the programming language that is needed in 2023 because of the things it does. Python, JavaScript. So let's just start from somewhere. As we go, you get to understand what I'm saying. So Python crash course, Python basic 1. That's my name. So this is our agenda for the day. What is Python? We need to understand what is Python before we can do anything. Difference between programming and scripting language. Scope, what can I do with Python? Why do people use Python? Then talk about variable list, Python method, commenting, debugging. So these things, they might look somehow to you now, but don't worry, with time you are going to understand them very well. Data types, number operation, types conversion, F string, logical operator, conditional statement, code block, and scope, for loops, while loops. So our main aim of today's course is to build a password generator, based on, most times it's being required. Most times when you go into some platform, when you put your password, they'll be telling you that the password is not strong enough. They will now recommend some strong password for you. Those things are being generated with a script. So I'm going to be just doing a brief project. Normally I just want to talk about basic, but coding is not completed without actual practical. So I want to just do a little project. Time to time we'll be doing projects. Some of the videos that we'll be uploading just on projects. And so at least today let us talk about the basic first and some other stuff. So we are going to be doing a Python generator, a password generator. Sorry, I need to say. So we're using mainly the concept of loops. But before you understand what is loop, you need to understand some of the basics, variables and the rest. What is Python? Why are we using Python? Stuff like that. So without saying much, let's go. What is Python? So the thing is, I can Google search. You can do one thing I will encourage you to do as a programmer or somebody intending to start programming. You need to do a lot of research. You need to do a lot of study, because it's your understanding on anything that matters a lot. Because most times clients will come to you, they will just describe what they want. It's your understanding that will help you to do whatever they want you to do, and with the help of research. So you understand and you research. So what is Python? Python is a general purpose programming language that is often applied in scripting rules. So let's go gradually. Very soon you know what I mean by scripting. So Python is a programming language as well as a scripting language. Python is also called an interpreted language. So it's very important for us to know the difference between a program and a script, so that we can know what we're talking about. Like from the definition, you see, I said a program is general in a sequence of instructions written so that a computer can perform certain tasks. The program is executed, the source is first combined, and the result of that compilation is expected. So normally, computer is one thing about computer is what we give to the computer. That's what the computer gives to you, garbage in, garbage out. So program is a sequence of instructions that is already written to perform a certain task. Like maybe, let's say this video now, when you click on play, it will play. When you click on pause, so that's how it has been programmed. But there's difference between a program and a script. What is a script? A script is a code written in a scripting language. We have different scripting language. They include Arrow, Python, TypeScript, JavaScript, Java, and so on and so on. A scripting language is nothing but a type of programming language in which you can write code to control another software application. So a scripting language is a programming language, but the thing is that you write script to perform you write script to control another software. That's why scripting languages are mostly used by ethical hackers and cyber security, because you use a script to control your system. Python is one of the scripting languages, and that's why Python is used in most places. Because Python is a multi-programming language. It's used almost everywhere. So let me say, look at what a script does. I don't know if any of you have come across any text before. With a script, you can control someone's system from anywhere you are. Just for you to write the script, tell the script to do some particular thing when it's being clicked, with the help of things like the functions. And don't worry, very soon we'll get to there. I want to just go gradually. So I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but if you don't, still do more research on there, and you can drop questions on the comment section. What can I do with Python? Python can be used because it's very important for you to know what you can do with Python if you want to learn Python. Python can be used for web development. We use Python for creating websites. You can use it for full stack development or for only back end. You use Django, you use Flask, you use Streamlab. I think I've forgotten the name. It's used for cyber security. Like I said earlier, you write a script to control other software. You can write a script to clickjack anything you put in your. So that was about scripting and program. So a script controls another softwares and so on. It's mainly used by cyber security, ethical hackers, stuff like that. And so on and so forth. So okay, we're saying web development, cyber security, Python is used for making games, it's used for making mobile app, and it's used for mobile app and app. No, mobile app is we'll talk about the difference between website and app. I'm sure you know about that. Mobile app and app development is used for internet scripting. No, with time we understand everything. Graphic user interface programming, database programming, data analysis and robotics. So you see, it's used for machine learning. You see, Python has a lot of use. So it's very important for you to understand the basic of Python, because to go a long way. When you understand the concept, when you're learning other things, you can do it easily. And one sweet thing about programming is that when you can learn one programming language very well, learning the other one will be very easier, because they're the same concept, the same OOP and everything, just that they use different syntax and everything. You might not understand what I'm saying now, but with time you understand them very well. So why do people use Python? Python is object oriented. You know, I talked about object oriented just now. What is object oriented? The structure of Python supports concepts as polymorphism, operational overloading, and multiple inheritance. This term might sound somehow now, but you understand everything. Indentation. Python uses indentation very well. When you are coding, you will see them like, so that you can be able to differentiate different blocks of code and different concepts of code. It's free and open source. You don't have to pay to download Python. Just go to the internet and download Python. It's a powerful and portable language. It's mixable. It's easy to use. It's easy to learn. Very easy. Unlike if you've learned static or native languages such as Java, Kotlin, Swift before, you know, Python is very easy. Just like JavaScript, they are dynamically typed, or unlike others that are statically typed. So data types, string. Now we'll come to this shortly. So first of all, I told you initially that I'll be building a password generator. So and my text editor I'll be using is VS Code. We have different text editors. So like I was saying, we have different text editors, just like Sublime, VS Code, Atom, and so on and so forth. So you can decide to use any one of your choice. So the text editor I'll be using today is VS Code. So just go to Google, type Visual Studio Code, download it and install it on your system. Depending on the system you are using, you can download it on Mac, on Windows, or on Linux operating system. So that's it for that. So you create your folder normally. So I'll be working with my terminal, because basically this is just the introduction. This is just an introduction class. So most of the things is with my terminal. So Python crash course. So let me show you what I'll be doing, or what we'll be doing together today. Let's see, what's the name of my lesson? Python project.py. Don't worry, every time you understand what I'm doing. I told you initially that Python is a scripting programming language. So one thing for you to know Python file is with the file extension name .py. So any file that ends with .py is a Python file. When we talk about JavaScript.js, talk about that, and so on and so forth. You understand everything. So for you to run the script, you call Python, then you call the name of the file you want to run, the name of the script, Python project.py. So I've already done this script. I want to just show you what we'll be doing together. So Python project.py. Say, let me increase my listening so that I can see it very well. Don't know if you can see it. Okay, so it's a welcome to save password generator. How many letters would you like in your password? So let's say I want 8 letters. How many numbers would you like in your password? Let's say I want 5 numbers. How many symbols would you like in your password? Let's say I just want 3 symbols. I'm having an issue. So I think I have an error. It's from what I did. Sorry. I understand. I will explain this thing for you soon. You see, I have type error, can only concatenate list, not string. So very soon you understand what these terms mean. This is what we call debugging. I just check what's the issue. So let me clear my terminal. Let me run it again. Python. Sorry about that. Python. Okay, so sorry about that. Python. What's the name of my project? Okay. So how many letters? Set 7. Set 5. Set 3. Okay, your password is this. So you can see it. Look at my password has been generated. Don't worry, you understand what happened. And one thing is that I will not be hiding errors from you, so that you see all programmers, nobody is perfect. All programmers, they make mistakes. It's your ability to be able to know what your error is and how to correct your errors that matters a lot. So let's do it again. If you can have something like that, let's do Python project dot how many letters would you want? Let's say 8. How many numbers? 5. How many symbols? 4. So your password is this. You see the way it generated the password for me, the numbers and everything, they were missed, and that's how I know you enter some site and you see that they generate stuff, password for you. This is what's happening in the background. So gradually we now get to building site and everything. So let's go back to our slide and see the things we have. They will guide us. Let's check our agenda. Okay, so why do we are done with all these ones? So variables. So what are variables? In programming language, one of the most important things you need to understand is what is a variable. What is a variable? So a variable is simply a container that is used for storing data. Like there are some certain data you need to store. How do you store them? You store them with the help of variable. Let's do an example. Like I told you, programming is practical things. So I did some for you already, but we'll do them together. Let me clear my terminal. So like I said a variable is used for storing data, because there are some data you want to use. You need to call them, but they've already been stored somewhere. So let's say I want to store the name of, let's say, your name. So what I'll just do, variable is what things used for storing data, and the format for writing variable is the name, then the assignment operator. Assignment operator is equal to then whatsoever thing you are storing. So let me say name. Name, assignment operator, then what's my name? Let's say OMG. Okay, so that's the name, that's the assignment operators. Then how can I get the name? So like I told you, variable is going to use for storing data, and the way of writing a variable, the first thing is what the variable name, the assignment operator, and whatsoever thing you are storing. So you can still check online, because we have different check online so that you widen your understanding. So like I told you, I want to run this script. So I use a Python method that is known as print to print the name. You understand what is this print very soon. So let's just go gradually. So for me to run the script, I told you Python, sorry, I don't know why I'm making a mistake, variables.py. You see, it returns OMG. Do you know why? I've stored OMG inside name, so when I print it, it will return it. Let me do something else. Let me store another one. Let me store number. Let me see, number is equals to 23. Let me print it again. Python variable.py. I have to first of all print the number. Print number. What did they say? No such file directly. Oh, my spelling is wrong. Instead of that, let me just, you can use your arrow button to get what you want to do. Why this error? Look at it. I use variable.py instead of variables.py. So we'll get to this is all about debugging. If you can understanding all this stuff, you'll be able to solve most of your issue. So you see, it prints out OMG and 23. You can see store data in a list form. Names. I'm trying my best not to go too deep because I will need to explain all these terms for you. John, Joshua, the string, Joshua, Ruth. So let's go again. You can use your up arrow key to just bring back the thing you typed last. Oh, sorry, I did not print it. Let's print names. So we have this, that. So this is all about, this is just the basic about variable. So you can do more research and understand more. We'll see come back to them. So the next thing is list. Okay, what is a list? I don't know, we just did something like a list now, but I'm not sure if you are new to programming, you will not know. So what is a list? A list is a form in which we store a group of variables. We store a group of normally variable is used for storing data. We store just one particular type of data, but the problem is that we store one or more data of the same form together. It's called a list. Like now, initially I said name is OMG, but now I'm saying names. So I want to let's say this names is a group of students in the same class. So for me to keep a roster of them, let me comment all this. So a list is just like we're moving forward to a variable. So let's say students name. So let's say this is a class, and the way you store a list, you use square brackets as the container to contain the names of whatever you want to store. So equals to, let's say, what are the names of the students in primary 5? John, James, Anita, Favor, Becky. So if I want to print this my list, let me just collect this. Python variables apply. So I'll just say print student's name. So look at it. So it returns the list of the students' names. So I don't know if you are getting my explanation. A list is used for storing groups of data, so that I can call them. There are different things you can do with a list. We have subscripting. You can subscript a list. You can collect. You can pop. You can add into a list with the use of the append. You can collect the last data from a list with the use of the pop. These are methods. So the thing is that this video is just like a scan through for you to know the things that are coming. So I think subsequent ones will explain them more. So let me just do one or few things with them so that you can know, because I will still get to Python methods. So let me just use the .pop so that you see, or .append. Let's see, students name .append who will I append now? Okay, OMG. Then append OMG. So let's print it and see. Append is not defined. So like I told you initially, all programmers do a mistake. I just made it just a little mistake here. So I will teach you debugging. You see, line student name that append is not defined. Okay, it was supposed to be a string. Sorry about that. I will explain more about this one. Okay, you can see OMG has been appending. So what this method does is that it adds whatsoever you're adding to the end. Look at the list before, change with Becky. So I've appended OMG. When I print out this student name again after appending it, look at what come out. So we can also do what we call subscripting with can also do subscripting with list. Just we have normally if you want to start counting everything here, you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but in programming index starts at 0. So this is your index 0, index 1. So you from this list you'll be able to call any of the students you want to call and do whatsoever you want to do with the student, because this is like now this is a set of data we stored. So you'll be able to collect any of them and do whatever thing you want to do with them. So let's say I want to collect Anita and do something. So my index start with 0, 1, 2. So Anita will be at index 2. What I will just do, just put my square bracket, put my 2. So let's print so that we'll see. You can see it returns Anita. So these are just some of the few basic. This is not the main. Okay. It's also very important too. So I want you to read about. I will just be introducing to most things. Then study about them. Let me see your strengths. But if you can't do that, still come back and explain more and do more. So that's that for list. Next is Python methods. So you've noticed that I use print, I use append. Like you'll be asking yourself, where are all these things coming from? So I know I've been telling you, at the beginning stage is always somehow. But with time you now look back and say, wow, this was what he was saying. These stuffs are actually very simple. Okay, so the thing is that Python methods are just functions. You can also call them functions, but they are inbuilt functions. They are things that are already built for you to call to do whatsoever thing you want to do with them. Just like you created a script, you created a block of code to do something. Just that when you now call it to do whatsoever thing you want it to do. And so this append was already created to do what? To add to the end of a list. This print has always been created to do what? To print out whatever you are telling to print. And there is a way. When the computer is what you give to the computer, that's what we give to you. You can manipulate it to do whatever you want it to do. So the thing is that this print only return a string. You understand when I say a string. It might sound confusing now, but when we now get to conversion and the rest, you understand more. So Python method, we have different methods. We have the choice, we have the range, we have the print, we have the append, the pop, the remove, the delete. There's so much. Just go to Google, type Python method. So the thing is that the reason, because one thing with programming is that you don't cram programming. I cannot just be giving you everything now and I expect you to go and cram. Then you know them when you use them. So whatever thing you need to just go and search. Okay, I want to remove the first letter from a list. What can I do? There are friends there, there are different writers there that have done different things for you to just check. So you can see how to do that with whatever method you want to use. The shuffle method. So you just merge. So the next thing is commenting. What is commenting? Commenting is a way whereby programmers track whatever they are doing, or maybe they are having issues with a particular line of code. They want to check what is happening, so they don't want to delete it, so they want to just comment it. So in Python we comment with the use of arch. Different programming language have different way whereby they comment. So you can see as I just put my arch now, this thing is now showing green. If I try printing this thing now, to give me error. It's a name error. Name student is not defined because what I've commented it. Let me remove it. Let me print again so that you see. You see, it's returning something now. It's now working. So you understand debugging very soon too. So okay, and also another thing, printing is used to keep track. Let's say I want to write creating a list of students. This is just a sentence I just wrote here now. And one thing that programming, most times you document, commenting is used for documentation of codes. Most times you document so that other people that will be coming, they can see, maybe other programmers that want to work on your project, they can easily see and tell where you stopped, and they can know where they will continue from. So that's it. So now if I run the code now, you see I'll be having error because that's not a program. So that's basically it about commenting. Just like documentation, keep documentation to store so that when the next programmer comes. Okay, I was trying to run this code. Let me run it. You see, creating a list of students, syntax error, invalid syntax. So what I basically do just to comment it. The shortcut to comment on Mac is command and backslash. I think in Windows is control backslash. Instead of it to put the arch. So different programming language have different comments. Let me run it again. See, my code runs very fine. So just for the next person come here or whatever I want to, because maybe I will upload my code there for whatever person that want to do anything with it. And just okay, why is this thing here? Okay, it was creating a list of students. So it helps to understand the code. Help other people to understand your code very well. So that's basically it. So the next thing is debugging. What is debugging? All programmers they debug. It sounds funny. Debugging. Look at the name. Searching for bugs. So most times you have different errors. Like now, look at when I ran this code, say creating syntax error. So all these errors, the ability to be able to look for it and understand what is the cause is known as debugging. So you have different errors. You look into it. So anyone you don't understand, just copy it, paste it on Google. You see they will explain it for you. The internet is there, it's easy for us to use. And don't be a lazy programmer. So debugging is just all about having, like, when you have issues with your code, then you try to check what is the cause, then you remove it and run it again. Let me do something. You see, we have different let me say print let me just say print Stanley. Let me run it. You see, most recent code is this. Stanley is not defined because I told you method, the way print was being written is that it returns mainly a string, or it returns, sorry, not mainly a string, it returns a data type. Stanley is not any data type. Like this one now is a string. Let me print Stanley now. Let me run it. You see Stanley. Let me print 1. You see, it prints 1 because what 1 is an integer. It's actually a data type. Can print true, can print false. We'll get to there. We'll get to that shortly. So just come along with us. So that's for commenting, debugging, data types. So in programming language, you have different data types. When we talk about data type, is the way data are presented. We have the like I showed you in the slide initially. Data type. There are more than this, but in Python, these are the basic data type: string, integer, float, boolean. So these are the basic ones. We also have other ones. And also in other programming language, you have other ones like the enum, the tuples, even in Python. So, but these are the basic ones we're talking about. As time goes on, I don't want to rush. I want us to go gradually. So these are the basic ones. So when we say Do we have type? Okay, we have types of pie here. Okay, I think I have something here for you. Let me collect this. So name, input my name is OMG. Okay. Basically, I told you I have one of the data type we have is string. So what is string? String is a data type whereby the data are together. They are being bounded with either they are bounded with quotation. So just like it's you know a string now. Let's say a string of rope. Just like the things, just as if the things are together. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to explain. Like the terms are together. So if I remove this quotation now, you see I'll be having error. So input my name is OMG. What this slash n does that it puts my name in a new line. Let me run it. So the name of this my script is types. So what will I do? I'll say python types.pack. My name is OMG. Then the cursor goes to a new line. Let me assume I not put it here before. Let me run it again. No, I need to type something. You can see the difference. So this is just this is what we call string formatting and the rest. We have different ones, so you can check for them. So the next string we're having here is what? Number. Let's print number. Number is just positive and negative integers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to infinities. So it's one of the data types we have. So let me print number there. Let's see what we have. What happened? It was supposed to print. Okay. My name is OMG 12. Am I printing it somewhere else? Let me comment it. Okay, just return the number. So we have different numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are integers, so you understand them as you go. Then the next data type we talk about is Boolean. Boolean is just true or false statement. It's one of the data type. It's either it's true or it's false. Just like either it's on or it's off. So in Python, your false and your true, the first letter is always capitalized, unlike in JavaScript when you use small data or when you're coming from other data type. So let me print light art. Let me collect this so that I'll do it up. Light art is true. So maybe somebody wants to try and know if light is actually in or out. Just true and false statement. Then the next one is float. Float is just decimal point number. 23 point something, this point this point that, and so on and so forth. The difference between float and integer is just the decimal point. So F string is a way where we combine different data types together. Normally, you can't concatenate strings together, which means you can add different strings together, but you cannot add a number to a string. The only way you can do that is by concatenation. So let's say now number is 12. Then this. Let me say I want to print something. Let me say I want to print. Let me say name. Let's say you are building a site whereby you are collecting the name of people, you are collecting their number and storing them in a variable, like I said. So let's say the name is equals to what? OMG. So then I want to return, instead of using this print set, let me use this one. So I want to print something to my console. Let's say welcome. Maybe my site want to welcome you, so welcome. welcome. So I want to drop this data, this name here. If I drop name, welcome name, full stop, I add you are number years old. See, when I print it, it's just return whatever is here. But I want to put all this data here. How am I going to do them? You do them with the help of f string. What f string does is that it helps you impute various data, and for you to do that, just for you to just put, as the name implies, put f here, then whatsoever thing you want to put, you just use curly braces. This is my curly braces, as you can see. So you say welcome OMG. Now it collected, and told you initially variable this was storing data, collected OMG. I heard you are 12 years old, collected the age, then does whatsoever thing is doing there. So welcome OMG, I heard you are 12 years old. That's just all about f string. You see them in use. The thing with that with programming is that initially sometimes you will not understand the thing, but as you go along with them, you understand them. Number operations. So Python does basically normal number operations. Okay, this was when I was doing this. Okay, don't worry about it. Oh, I was working with numbers. Oh, that was right. The number operation, Python does this normal arithmetic operation. One thing, for you to have edge in programming, you need to be good in mathematics. 1 plus 5. We think to return it for you. What am I printing? Okay, I'm printing types. No wonder. Python number. The sum of 1 and 5 is what? How do you? Okay, let me explain. Let me explain this. Okay, we'll get there. Let me just comment them at, or let me do this somewhere else. Let's come back to type. Let's comment this. Sorry about that. So let's clear our console. So let's say Python types of type. 1 plus 5 6. 1 minus 5 minus 4. So Python does this basic arithmetic operation. 5 times, the same way you do them in your school. 5 times 4, 20, 40 divided by 8 5.0. When you divide, one thing with Python is that when you divide, it always returns a float. That's one thing with it. That's how it's being programmed. Okay, I'm just trying to be fast because I don't want this video to be that long. So that's for string. Okay, sorry, that's for numbers operation. We've done f string types conversion. Okay, you can convert one data type to another because of. Now let's look at type conversion. Type conversion is all about converting from one data type to another, because maybe you want to use them for something. Maybe you want to use them for something as time goes on. So which one are we? Okay, let's use OMG. Let's do something. Let's comment everything here. So let's say I told you initially that one thing with string is that it stores data in string form. So let me say I want to ask a question. Okay, let's go like this. Calm down. Let me say I'm asking a question. What is 1. What is 1 plus 5? I explained Python method, which I told you we have different Python method. One Python method that we have that I'm not talking about is input. What does the input method does? The input method is used to collect data from the input method is used to collect data from the user, so to giving them a space to type. So I want to type, let me cut this. So I use the input method and I paste this. What is 1 plus 5? If I print name now, let's see what will happen. I'm what? OMG. Okay, so let me collect this first. Let me say python omg dot py. What is 1 plus 5? Okay, I want my answer to be in the next line. Like I told you before, use / and n. So let's go again. Sorry, let me go again. Let me run it again. See, what is 1 plus 5? So let me say 1 plus 5 is 6, and I put enter. Do you know what just happened? Do you know why it's printing 6 twice? First of all, I put 6, then it prints the name. You know, I told you store data in variable. The 6 has been stored inside here, and normally now 6 is what? 6 is not integer. But since I imputed it here, it will return as a string. That's the essence of type conversion. Let's do something. You check for the type of the data with the use of the type method. I told you we have a lot of methods, so just for you to search when you need any of them. So let's see what's the type of name. Let's see what it will return. Then let's comment this. I need this. Okay. Let's do it like that. Yeah. What is 1 plus 5? Let me say 6. 6. Okay, I have to print it. Print is the only thing that makes it to show in my console, my terminal. Let's go again. Let's see, 5. So you say the class is a string and it's supposed to be an integer. It's not telling me it's a string. Okay, wait, let me do something. Let me not be too fast. Let me go gradually again so that you understand. Let's work with the type. I said the type is used to check the data type. So let me say print type of name. What is it going to print? This is a string. Actually, it's a string. Let me say print type of 1. What's the data type? Got it, class int, so it's an integer. Let me print true. What is it going to return? It's a bool, it's a boolean. Let me print which other one do I have? I explain. Let me print 5.6. What is it? It's a float. So you can see these are the data types I talked about. You check for them with the type. So normally you were prompted what is 1 plus 5, and you put 6. Now it's returning it as what? As a string. Why is it returning it as a string? Because what the input does is that the data were presented in the form of a string, so it will return in the form of a string. I don't know if I'm sure you understand this more in a project. So it will return it in form of a string. So that's why when I check for the type, it's telling me that it's a string. But I want to use an integer because I not talk about concatenation. There's what we call concatenation. Concatenation is adding strings together. Okay. I don't want to be going back and forth. Okay, I will explain that. Or let me just explain it now. So, there's different. Let me tell you something. There's difference between let's call it name. I love using name. I don't know why. It's and it's. I I don't know who can tell me the difference. The difference is very clear. One is a string and one is a number. So let me do something. Let me call this one name 1. Let me call this one name 2. Let's call this one name 2, and let's put, sorry, excuse me, let's put 6. Okay, this is number 1. Let's put number 2 equals to what? 6. Let's add these two. Let's see something. Print name 1 plus name 2. Somebody guess what is it going to print? Okay, just guess. Okay, let's print it. Let's run it. It is 6. Wow. Is 8 plus 6 86? Okay, let's print the other one. Print number 1 plus number 2. 86 14. So you can see the difference. The difference is that when you concatenate a string, you know what string does. When you add a string, they just add to each other. This 6 just added here to 86. But when this is now basic arithmetic operation, 8 plus 6 86. Don't know if you've gotten the difference now. So there's difference when you add string and when you add integer. So that's why it's very important for us to convert. That's why it's very important for us to convert. When we want to convert from one data type to another. Okay, let me just comment it. Maybe I was. That's why it's very important for us to convert from one data type to another. So what were we doing here? I think was it here? I think it's this. Okay, so let's just copy and paste this one somewhere here, and let's unconnect it. Okay. Oh, what is today? I'm not doing this. Sorry about that. Okay, I just needed this. So name, what is 1 plus 5? You see, it's returning it as what? 6. The type is now a string. So if I want to do anything now, you now look at, okay, let me do something so that you see. Let me say print name plus, you see, I'll run it an error, but let me just do it first. Name plus 7. 4. Then it says can only concatenate string, not integer to string. You know why? This name is a string, this one is now an integer. So you must really run it error, and the ability to understand all this error messages matters a lot. Can only concatenate string, not integer to string. What are we going to do? We are going to convert this string to an integer. It's very simple. How do you convert integer to string? Just with the use of what? Put int here. So this is now what? Integer. Let's go again. Watch your screen. 1 plus 5 is what? 6. Int argument must be a string, a byte like object or number, not type. I think I did. I think I did something wrong here. Let's see. I'm still having a okay. This is okay. I think I was supposed to convert it. Yeah. Print name. Let me clear this because it's not too cluster. Let me print it. Let me see. the class. I'm still having a sorry, let me see where is my problem coming from. Print int name, print type name. The type is still so sorry, the error was coming from me. Look at what I was doing. I was trying to convert here and it's returning error. You know why it's returning error? It's as if it's like I'm doing medicine after death. I've already collected this name as a string. I'm not trying to. I was supposed to convert here. So take note. Sorry about that. So what I'll just do it. So 6. So now can you see it? What did I? Okay. Look at what happened. Let me clear this so that we can get to see our terminal very well. What is 5 plus 1? 6. 6 class int. Look at what happened. So name. As I'm collecting the name here, I'm converting it to an integer. You know it's a string here. So I converted it to an integer. Then I printed the name. That's this print here. Then I checked the type integer. Then I added it. So I can skip any part I want to skip. But this is just so that you understand it very well. So that's that for type conversion. So you convert to string with int. You convert to, let's do other conversion so that you can see that I can convert to different data type. I can convert string to, I can convert integer to string also. I'll just say print stro then let me check the type. I think what I'm doing will be kind of confusing. Should I break them down? Let me break them down. It's very confusing. Not clear enough. So let's say number is equals to 1. So print type of number type is integer. So let's say I'm converting it here to a string. You see now, I converted this to a string now. When you check the class now, it's not a string. I don't know if you understand. Initially, one is already a number. If you want to put string, you must put quotation mark. So that's why you can convert from one data type to another different data type. So that's just that about that. F string, after the by F string, logical operators. So logical operators are the and, or, and not. That's logical operators. Okay, that's logical operators. So in different programming language, see, I told you initially that different programming language just the use of different syntax, or they are distinct and different. Like when we're coming from JavaScript, when we're doing logical operators, the and is the use of the and symbol, two and symbol, the or you use the pipe symbol, or so on and so forth. But Python, I told you Python is very easy and simple. Just with the use of and with the spelling of and, or, and not, you're already doing logical operators. So let me tell you about the and operator. Look at what happened. The and operator is that it only performs the action when the two operations are set to be true, while the or operation perform the action when only one of the condition is true. Let me say What will I use now? And I must do if and else beforehand. Okay, let me first of all, sorry, let me do logical operators before I do, so that you understand it better. Let me do logical operators is that. Sorry for that. I just remember that for you to understand it better, conditions need to come before logical operators. What logical operator does is that it's just anonymous. I've heard about if and else statement and condition. So conditional statement is that a certain code of a certain line of code is being a certain line of code is being can only run if a condition is being met. So this is an example. Let's now go to python condition.py. Let me not run it now. Look at what I'm doing. I say welcome to the club. Age. You know, I already told you about conversion. How old are you? Then this /n is to print it in a new line. Int is converting. You know, when you return your age, it will return it as a string. So I'm converting to an integer. So you put your age. So condition, if your age is less than or equals to 10, you can't be allowed inside. Okay, yeah now self I would use logical operators. Okay, then if this condition is met, you can do this. So condition statement is just like you can only do the code will only be allowed if it meets the condition or the criteria. So let's say let me run this code. Welcome to the club. How old are you? Let's say I'm 4 years old. Say you can't be allowed inside. Why? I said if age is less than or equals to 10, print you can't be allowed inside. So these logical operators, they have a very wide use in programming. If you understand it very well, you can do a lot of things. This is just an intro. We'll do a real deep tutorial on this stuff soon. So let me change my years. Let me say 14. Yes, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. Oh. Okay, I say if age is this and this. Okay. I will just explain condition and logic at the same time. So you understand the condition now. So look at what logic does. Logic operator is that when the two conditions are met, that's the only time. That's the only time your code will be executed. So like this now, I said if age is greater than 10 and age is less than or equals to 18. So is my 14 years, is 14 greater than 10? Yes. Is 14 less than 18? Yes. So you will execute this line of code. Yes, you can go in. Then the or is if any of the condition is met. So if I put or now, my code will still run. So the or gate works when only one condition is met, while the not is just the negation of it. I will do a project on them separately so that I understand them better. Then else. So the logical operator is just if and else. Then maybe when you have more than one or more condition, you now be using the elif. In JavaScript you use else if. So let me say my age now is let me come back here. How old are you? Let me say I'm 45 years old. You say yes, you can. Okay, yes, you can do it. You say, do you know why it's 20 years you can do it? Because just one of the condition is met. But let me change this one to and repeat that thing. And okay, let's go 45. You can go in. I don't know if you understand it. When I use or, if just one of the condition is met, that line of code will run. But if you use and, the both condition will be true before the line of code will run. That's just the easy thing about that. Code blocks and scope. We have global scope and local scope. When you declare a variable, before you start doing the condition or doing whatever thing you are doing. That's what we call a global scope. But when you define a variable inside a code block, it's called a local scope. Global scope can be used inside and outside of a code block, while local is really inside. I want to explain this thing more with examples. So that's just simply that. For loops and while loop, my main target for today initially. So for loop, time has gone far. Okay, let's do for loop. Let's do for loop shortly so that we know what we're doing. Okay, so let's say, look at how for loop works. Look at how for loops work. Look at how for loop work. The way for loop work with the keyword for and in. So the way for loop works is that, let me clear this. It's very simple. When you understand it. The thing is that it loops through a line of code and does whatever you're asking it to do to everything across the board. So what it does is that it takes each of the variable as one, then run through it. Don't know if you understand. Okay, let's use this example. Let's say we created a list of number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I said for number okay, like I was telling you. Okay, let's run this thing. Python 4.py. Let's run that script. I was not supposed to run it now. Okay. Sorry, let me clear it. Let me explain first. You created the number. So we said for number in number, print number times 2. Do you know what happened? This is my list of numbers. Then I want to do something across everything here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to assign them to another variable. That's what I said. For number, I can call this thing anything. I can call it whatever I want. I can say for OMG, for this, for that. So for number in number, print number times 2. So this variable I'm assigning to everything now, I multiply everything with 2 and run it across board. That's why when I run the code, it does what? 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3, 2 times 5, 2 times. Let me change it to 3 and see. You see? 3, 6, 9, 12. So for loop is just very simple, just for you to remember the keyword for. So for number, which is for the new variable you want to do something to in the original variable, print or do whatsoever. It's not only print, you can perform a lot of tasks and a lot of function inside there. So it's just that the example we're doing, we just use that print to do it. So that's basically that. Then while loop, what while loop does is that what while loop does is that is while a condition is being satisfied, do this. I'm looking for the best possible way to understand, because the thing is that for you to be able to use all this stuff, you need to understand them very well. When you understand them, you can use them whatsoever time. But it's before I say slept, it's kind of self-explanatory. So while loop is different from for loop, but all of them, they're looking through a certain number. So let's say current number is equals to 1. Then I said while current number is less than or equals to 7, print current number. current number plus equals to 1. Do you know what this code is doing? I said why current number is 1. That's the initial call. Initially I just set current number to be 1. And I said why current number is less than or equals to 7. So what while loop is doing that since this condition is met, current number, print current number. Also the code should stop when current number is no longer less than or equals to 7. That's why I say current number plus 1. So it's adding initially. You see that when it gets to 7 it stops. If this condition is not here, you will see that my code will just be running. Okay, so like I was saying, let me run the other one and see. You can see my code is just running. So this while loop can even be used to crash your system. You see, it's just running. Do you know why? Because I just said y current number is equals to 1. Sorry, I said current number is 1. Y current number is less than or equals to 7. Print current number. So since current number is not to 7, it will not break. It will just be running. The only thing for me to do now is to just kill that terminal. If not, you can run from now till whatever. Oh, I'm not working with document scanner. I'm working with pythonCrashCourse. This from here. Okay, sorry about that. So it will just be running and running and running. That's just one thing with difference between while loop. So while loop is that as far the condition is still meant, my code will not stop running. Unlike for loop that is saying as far this condition is met, do this across board. Other ways for stopping, we have different way whereby while loop can be flagged. Loops end when flag. Okay, so like I was saying, so that's that for while loop. So the while loop, the thing is that the loop will not stop running until the condition is met. So while loop can be used with dictionaries and lists. So I'll do more while loop and do a project on them. Also, while loop can also be stopped, like when they actually move from one form to the other. You can also stop the condition with a prompt and so on and so forth. So let's go to our projects for today. So let me create a new file. So the main aim is for creating a password generator. So I just try to explain this basic concept. So I was given a project to do these things. So I need all these basic things for me to be able to explain them, to do them. So let's say this is let's call it was pro.what.spy. So this is where I'll be doing my project. Let me reduce my terminal a little bit. So first of all, most times when you'll be given a job or a project to do, first of all, bring out your book, write about it. Like, you know, first of all, one thing with programmers is that programmers, they first of all think before they act. Most times it's very important. You think about it, then how am I going to achieve whatsoever thing I'm going to be doing? So the first thing is that I want a password generator that will generate alphabets and numbers and symbols for me. So first of all, I need to store all these data in a variable. So let me say letters equals to, so let me store a list of A, B. So I can't just be copying all this, typing it. It will take a lot of time. I have it here, so let me just go and copy it and bring it. Look at the letters. Here's my pro. Let me close all these ones. Okay, my pro is here, so I'll just copy it. So letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So it's from here we are going to be generating the random numbers. So then the next one is numbers. Let me still copy it and paste it. Then the next one is what? The next one is symbols. Let me still copy it and paste it. So this is this for that. But I told you we are going to be generating a random this. So the reason why I know first of all doing my import, I know it's not what is a module for you. So a module is just like another script that has inbuilt function method and all of that inside. So you can import whatever thing you are importing from it. So we'll do that. We'll do class and the rest. We'll have a long way to go. So I want to use the random module. What am I going to do? I have to import it. So import what? Random. So let me give it space. So this is okay. This one is okay. So I've imported my random. Then also I've created my variable of whatever thing I'll be doing. So the next thing is that because I want to make my code, my whatever I'm doing, I want to make it interactive. So the first thing, let me welcome my audience. So let me say print welcome to safe password generator. Anyways, I love using double. Welcome to safe password generator. So the next thing I need to get, you do them in step or you think. So let me be as I'm coding, I want to be running my code so that I'll be seeing what I'm doing. So python pro.py. So you say welcome to safe password generator. So I want to generate a password. I need to think. So what's the next thing I'm going to do? I need to create another variable that will store all the data, because it will be prompting me to take data. I want to be getting the number of letters and numbers from the user. So I want to get the random this thing. So let's say I told you we use comments for commenting whatsoever, like maybe you want to keep track of things you are doing. So let me say to get what am I getting? To get random letters, numbers and symbols from users. So let me see let me create a variable called number of letters. Then I will not say number of letters. I will not say impute how many letters would you like in your password? How many letters would you like in your password? Then I want it to be in a new line. I told you about using /n. Sorry, /n. So let's do it and see. Let's run it. Let's say 9. But I told you something. Do you know that if you check for this number of letters, you check for the type. Let me print it. Print the type of number of letters. Let's see what we get there. You are seeing that it's a string. So like I told you initially, I need to convert this into an integer. So I was supposed to say int. So let me check the type again. 8. So now it's now an integer. So I'm going to do the same thing for numbers and symbols. So you just want to copy and paste them. So this one will be number of numbers. It's funny, but let's do it like this. Number of numbers Then this one will be number of symbols. So this one will be how many numbers would you like in your password generator. This one will be how many symbols would you like. So let's check. Let me clear this and see. Let's check and see. Let's do that with how many letters 6, how many this, that. So you see, everything is now stored. Yeah, so I've stored the number of things I want to use to generate my password. So what am I going to do? So what the next thing I'll do? Who can tell me? think what am I going to do? I need a place whereby I'll keep them. So let me create a password. Let me create a password list. So our password list to be equals to what? An empty string. Because I want to store these things in a string so that I'll be able to. They'll be see. The thing is that you think before you act and you try. If I store them, I can store them in a string or like without list, but it will be difficult for me to shuffle them. It will be more stressful. I tried both ways, so this is the easiest way. So let me store them in a list. So my password list is an empty list. So the next thing for me to do now, now I want to add these numbers I'm taking from here. The letters I'm taking from here and the numbers I'm taking there, I want to add them and save them here. So I will say let's use character. You know, I told you I can use anything. I can use OMG, I can use this. So let me just say for OMG. For OMG, there's an inbuilt method. There's an inbuilt method that's called a range. The range is used to collect number in between it. Like, look at the name now, range. So let's say you want to collect a range of number from 1 to 7. It is not the range will give you that. Give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to stop. So if you want to collect a range of number from 1 to 7, you say range 1 to 8 to return them for you. So these are stuff that I'll be leaving for you to go and do research on. So range of, I want to collect from 1 to whatsoever thing I put in my number of letters plus 1. Do you know why I'm telling you plus 1? Because if I say number of letters, it will be from, let me say, assuming I ask for 6, so it will be 1 to what? To 6. Then to give me 1 to 5. But when I say number plus 1, it will not be 1 to 7, now give me 1 to 6. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So the next thing I will not say, you know, your this thing for the proper annotation or quotation mark. Then you say random character must be equals to. Random character must be equals to. Then I will use the random module. Then there's a method inside the random module that is called choice. You see that this thing is bringing it out for me. Random modules, random the choice of letters. Then I want to add them inside the password list. So now say password list must be equals to what? Password list must be equals to what? Password list plus random character. I don't know if you understand what's going on here. I said for OMG in the range of 1 to number of letter plus 1. Take random characters, random dot choice, which is the choice of what I choose in my letters. Random dot choice of letter. Then I want to add that my choice to the password list. So to be password list plus random choice. But basically I can do this thing in one line of code. I can just say password list is equals to random dot choice of letter. then I'll just throw it there. Then I'll do the concatenation there. So I can just say password is equals to. So let me just simplify this thing because there's no need for many lines of code. I'll just say password list plus equals to Ctrl Z. What this plus equals to does is that it adds the password list whatsoever. It's just for me not to be repeating password list plus. I can still do it like saying equals to password list plus. I don't know if you understand this way. So my password will now be password with plus random choice of my letters. Let me print password list and see. Print password list. Let me run it. What is my error? Can only concatenate. Did I not convert them? Can only concatenate list, not string to list. Okay, I was trying to concatenate string to list. Sorry about that. Let's run it again. See. Oh, do we have here? Okay. I told you initially, you have to be very careful. I told you initially, what happened just now was that what was here already was string. I was now adding it to integer, so that was why it was giving me that error. So when I concatenated it this way, you can see my password. It has generated different random numbers for me. So I can repeat this method for numbers and for everything. Let me repeat it for numbers. So for range of number of, this will be number of numbers. Then here will be numbers. Then this one will be number of symbols. Then this one will be what? Symbols. Then let's print password list and see. Oh, sorry. Let's do it again. So you can see it. Now it's now printing number. Sorry, first of all gave me what? Letter, then numbers, then the symbols. So you can see we are close to our password generator. So you can see we are close to our password generator. But the thing is that look at it, it's giving me a sequence. But I don't want it to be in sequence. But if it's like this, it can be easy for somebody to try and crack it, because if maybe an hacker knows that this is the way my password is, I first of all have numbers, then I have string, they can do try and cache method and try and get it. So let me do something. There's a method inside the random that can be used to shuffle it. So let me say random. All these things are just there just for you to know what you want. Check for them. Random.shuffle password. Random.shuffle password list. So let's after we shuffle it, let's print it again. Print password list. So let's go again. 4, 5, 2. So look at these two things are the same thing. It's just that this one now look at y. So this one was in Acondas, but now it was shuffled. You see, it started with symbol, letter, number. But this one, it was number, symbol. Letter, number, then symbol. So you can see the function of it. But I don't want my password to return to me in a list form. I want it to return in a string form. So let me say my password should be equals to what? An empty string. Say my password is equals to an nesting string. I want it to loop through. If I want something to loop through, I want to loop through what was there and add it in a string. If I want to do that, I'll use what the for loop. So I'll say for character in password list. For character in password list, password plus equals to what? Character. So do you know what this is doing? I'm saying for character in this password list, I want to be adding them one after the other inside my password list. Do you get what I'm saying? I want to be adding them one after the other into my password list. Let me do from here now. Let me say print. Should I print password list there? Let me print password. Let me print password list. Let me say 555. Okay, so I need the password, not the password list. So look at what happened now. Let me run it again. Sorry about that. Okay, so you can see that my password has been generated randomly and saved. So what happened is that I was now adding them one after the other inside my password. So now I remove this quotation symbol. So I think I will have to comment. Let me remove this 2 line of code. Let me run it again. 555. Wow. So you can see this is our password generator. So we use the concept of for loop, this, that. So I was trying my best to make the video as short as possible. So if there's anything you don't understand, I think we'll explain them more. Just drop a comment on the comment section, ask a question. Now drop a question, then we'll know how far. So thank you very much. Just expect more of our videos soon. Thank you.